another change. Cutting through the thoughts within. The clarity is wearing thin. Another time to dream this. Holding us away.
AV versus Sin. Woo-hoo-hoo! This is it, match of the week, baby.
It's proven and Triple is caught again, no flash.
Yeah, exactly right. However, big engage is going to come out. Big damage comes out of Juve, and Blink is able to get that ultimate. However, what a wall out of Ryoma. The man we were just talking about absolutely splits the team fight in half. This is the fight that we said they have to look for. FBI will be lined up and absolutely nailed into the wall, and he is dead instantly. Juice flies in, and he will fall shortly after. However, Jake in big trouble. And without series here, there's no way they can do it. And Blinky just gets blown up. Ryoma absolutely going nuts. And Triple, unfortunately, my friend, you just do not have get series there. Triple gets stunned up. That's going to be 4 dead. Sin pick up game number 1 versus Avant Gaming.
Are we on the final time? Forgive our lies. But we're cautioned by the hopes we had. Thinking we could make it fair. Another chance to.
Taunt does go in, but all of a sudden Great Wall Equalizer cuts off half the lane, and he's absolutely altered the wrong way, Blinky, so no feathers will go out. FBI rips the sticks out, and Triple, that's got to be a fat finger. All of a sudden he has to flash away. They do manage to get FBI, and a great hook means that Dokla will be secured here. Couple of kills going across into the back line.
Hook misses.
All of a sudden flashing forward, Rogue is able to pick up another kill, and Jake is in big trouble right now. They'll be able to pick up another one, so that is a 4-for-1 trade, and Sybil will most likely fall as well. Rogue is taking up that turret in quick succession. I want to see an engage. Series back alive, has ultimate. Here goes Sybil. He's onto the back line, gets ulted up by Jude, and they fly in. All of a sudden, Series does get the taunt. Jude doesn't fall down, and Ryoma is on the back line, doesn't manage to pick up a kill. Dokla still 1v1ing Triple on the side, and FBI will manage to pick up Series. Dokla still lives. Another hook lands. This team fight's just going to go forever. FBI cleanses that one off, and Triple has to run back to his base. Sybil goes back in. Guys, give me time to catch my breath. He slams 2 members together, and Blicky is able to pick up one, but Juice dives in and takes down Sybil, and that will be double inhibitor cleaned up.
The gold lead is too much, and they're backing away. Do they commit to this?
You can see that Ryoma really wants to go in. He takes all of his health, but at the same time, Sybil re-engages. FBI is so low, but he's kiting out. And Zed has gone back into the back line, has to flash away. He outplays Blicky and absolutely styles on him, but will fall. And now it's a 2v2. Jake and Triple actually going to look to pick up a kill there. FBI onto Sybil. Triple trying his best. FBI, the hook goes through, but it's onto the wrong member. And all of a sudden, they're looking at Zen ulti.
What is going?
Shen ulti, sorry. And this is, why are you going for him? He just missed. I mean, I don't understand. Sure, you picked up the kill. Congratulations, but FBI comes back in. Series can't go anywhere. That will probably be the end of the game. You're absolutely right. Series is being chased out of his own base.
Talia's up.
Talia is up and available. Yep, 2 versus 1. Triple, it's all on you now, but you're getting absolutely roasted. Dokla closes out on him, absolutely staunching him into his own fountain. FBI is just free hitting, and no one will be back alive. Sid will pick up the grudge match 2-0.
And that is an absolutely huge statement game out of Sin. The pre-game trash talk was absolutely fire, and they just 2-0 AB.
The process of preparing for Sin this week was not what we wanted it to be. For a number of different reasons, we didn't sort of uphold to the same practice schedule and the regimen that we had the week before when we played versus Legacy. There were obviously a number of reasons that led up to that I can't really talk about in the specifics, but for whatever reason that didn't happen. And that was really, really impactful on our practice throughout the week. Having said that, when we showed up on the day, we really sort of abandoned, in a sense, to our own fault, any kind of preparation for the game specifically, which we might normally do. Like, we didn't really contribute to the draft as players personally. Charlie still did the same things that he did usually. Like, we ended up playing basically things that we'd never practiced before, really. We just sort of first timed it on stage and decided that, yeah, that's what we wanted to do, because it might have been good for the comp. Clearly the results were as you saw. We didn't know what to do in certain times, because clearly we weren't very good at improvising and we hadn't done it in practice. And we got rightly punished for sort of our hubris almost, being overconfident. Yeah, so for example, game one, it's hard for me because I was just isolated in top lane with the Trundle, who's just like relentlessly slamming you in. But I couldn't find any windows of opportunities for me to TP out. And we haven't really been practicing, like, I think that was the first time I played Poppy in, like, I don't know, a long time. So we haven't really been practicing that at all, or that style. And so, inevitably as a result, there weren't any windows for me to do it. I think that also we didn't really understand how to play against, or how to win against, their composition, based on our own compositional strengths, again, because of just the sort of spontaneous decision to play that on stage, and also, in fairness to Sin, a very good reaction to draft that way as well.
Game one for us as a team was a pretty rough experience because we built our composition around triple a lot and getting mid priority and using that to affect other lanes. But in the game, he solo died early and we lost priority at mid lane, which kind of swings in their favor, so they can do whatever they want, and we can't really do anything to like counter it. And they just slowly snowballed the game and got a win off that.
Yeah, game two was obviously a lot more involved for me. While in game one I was just watching the map explode around me, game two I was the one exploding around the map. So yeah, game two was like a product of, again, sort of picking for a composition and then like not playing around it very well. There was a lot of mid jungle disparity between our mid and jungle compared to theirs. Juves and Roma played really damn well together. They got priority and they roamed effectively, and they worked very well in combination with each other compared to Steven and Lachlan, who just didn't really play up to scratch, even though we were sort of playing the same styles. And as a result, I sort of copped all the pressure that leaked out from mid and jungle.
Game two, we definitely could have redeemed ourselves, but we played away from our win condition, so we like kind of focused topside, kind of didn't like, we weren't committed to what we wanted to do as a team. And Zed got like one instance of mid priority and he just went and killed top, and he did that a couple times. And our Shen could never get out of lane when we should be making 4-man, 5-man dives bottom lane, getting their tower and winning off bot side. But we kind of just let Sin play their game and do what they wanted, and we lost because of it.
Well, I think that this series was actually really beneficial for us as a team because it didn't really impact our standings too much. Yeah, sure, there was a really strange scenario in which we could place higher than fourth had we beat Sin, but it's not worth banking on. And the sort of learning experience that we got, whether it's intentional or not, ended up being very positive for us. So I think that this was kind of like a necessary evil that had to happen to us, and just very happy that it happened before Gauntlet when it really did matter, and we're going to learn a lot from this and really take it into gear for the Gauntlet.
The main takeaway for me in the Sin series is that if we want to be a good Gauntlet team, we need to play to our own win condition. We can't do nothing and let the other team like fill their win condition. We have to be the proactive one and punish their mistakes over ours. Going into the team series, I don't really have any expectation of the outcome. Like, it doesn't matter to us, but it like kind of matters to them for their placing and T-Gun finally winning a series. Other than that, it's a like learning experience for Gauntlet, finalizing our plans, seeing like what we can do on stage, what we can't, and just getting ready for Gauntlet.
Well, obviously the TM match doesn't really matter for the standard of the OPL, so we're not going to show anything that we're preparing for Gauntlet, definitely not. And yeah, maybe I'll give the fans a Wukong game and just own that meme, just absolutely rinse that meme. I don't know, see if we can get a good performance on it. The team matches don't really matter for the standings, so yeah, I think we'll use it as an opportunity to learn for ourselves and possibly try different playstyles and see if we can do it.